So at a young age, my mom made me go out and get a job, 8 years old, cutting the lawns of the neighborhood, raking the leaves up north so I could help pay the bills because Dad wasn't around for that. And it was, I don't want to say it was a hard knock life. You know, I was the minority where I grew up until I was probably 11 or 12. And at 14 years old, I got tired of the abuse and paying all the bills and doing everything I could to take care of everything. I figured I could do it on my own. And probably wasn't the best, smartest decision, but it made me grow up fast. Like, it made me grow up real fast. And but I also realized that hard work was hard. And I've tried to figure out different ways to create income with not as much time, and hence took me down the wrong path and never really had the guidance. And I don't ever want to use an excuse that, well, because I didn't have a father, that's why, you know, I made the wrong choices. We know we're making the wrong choices, right? But I made the wrong choices regardless because it was easier. It was easier to make a lot more money doing things that weren't legal. And like Dr. Ron said, that's when I did my time. It wasn't for things that I did when I was older or after the military. It was for stuff that I did when I was a kid, but I did so much as a kid that they charged me as an adult later on in life when one of my best friends ended up getting caught up, turned me in to save his own butt. And again, that wasn't his fault. I'm not pointing fingers at him. You know, those were my decisions that I made, and I paid for my decisions, essentially. So that pulled me from the military, which regressed a second. At 16, 17, I was basically done with my life of crime. I had a lot of money, I had homes, I had cars. It's crazy to think about this now, but I had all the dirt bikes, four-wheelers, boats, wave runners, all that kind of stuff. You know, I traveled, did whatever I wanted. And one of my good friends that I grew up with called me up and said, "Hey, you want to go a different direction?" I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, "I just signed in the Army. You want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What do I got to do?" And I showed up to the recruiter's office at 16, and he said, "When do you turn 17?" I said, "In about 2 more weeks." He said, "All right, well, go get your parents' signature. Come back when you're 17 and you're in." And I did. I went out to the parking lot. I signed my mom's signature on the paper. Came back like an hour later, gave it to him, and then I showed back up 2 weeks later and went to the Army.